Last time we began to look at this oracle of the man named Agur. The first thing that we really learned about Agur was that he was self-abasing. When he thought about himself compared to God, and knowing who God is, he had to humble himself. He said, "I am too stupid to be a man. God made me to know him, and do I really know him? Well, barely. Why? Why? Please tell me who he is." That was his demand. Please tell me. Now, Agur knew that God is true. His words are true, and it does not make sense to add to his words. We need God's words. We don't need to add to what he says as if there's something lacking to them. If he did not give it to us, then what we need in what we have, and what we have is what we need, and that's enough. If we fail, then the failure is not on God, it's on us. As we follow the flow of Agur's message, he begins by talking about God, and when he approaches the idea that God is with him, then he has to stop and look at himself. He sees that he is when he's compared next to God, he's nothing. This thought drives him to prayer. When we have a true and honest estimation of ourselves next to God, it should drive us as Christians to seek him in prayer. Now, Agur's prayer is a good example to follow, but we should not think that it's a magic incantation to force God to do something. Remember the prayer of Jabez fad that was going on? People used his prayer, which says, "Oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my border, and that your hand might be with me, and that you would keep me from harm, so it might not bring me pain." And they thought they act as if they said that, then they can get some more property, to get more stuff. Of course, they forget that the verse before that says that Jabez was the more honorable than all his brothers. And so there was a condition placed on that he was an honorable man. And God answered that prayer. He did. But that was Jabez's prayer, and he was an honorable man. Not all people that were using that prayer to get God to do something were honorable people. Of course, if you're honorable, you're not going to be asking that to spend it on yourself. So let's make sure that we're praying in the right way and for what we ought to do. And that's one of the things we're going to see this week in our passage that we're looking at in Proverbs chapter 30. There are two main ideas that I wanted to point out this week, and that is, first we see Agur approaching in prayer, and then we see him, and we actually see his real prayer. So let me read that before I close today. "Two things I ask of you, deny them not to me before I die. Remove far from me falsehood and lying. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with the food that is needful for me, lest I be full and deny you and say, 'Who is the Lord?' Or lest I be poor and steal and profane the name of my God." So that is what we're looking at this week. Thanks for joining me, Brighter Rays, here every week. We're doing this, going through the Bible. And so we're in Proverbs chapter 30 this week, looking at verses 7 through 9. So read that, study it, and I'll meet you back here tomorrow.